It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning on Monday. Welcome to the week and welcome to a new month. We're now in April, which is hard to believe. We're in the second quarter of the month or the year already, and it's flying by. And as we enter the month of April, we want to welcome Thompson Sales to our
Yay,
lineup.
Thompson Sales. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for your
We are so
sponsorship. That's
grateful
awesome.
so grateful for the sponsorship. Thanks for all you do in the community, because we know you do a lot. Thanks for being part of our podcast. We are thrilled to have you.
We are
Start the news.
indeed. All right,
Yeah.
here's a look at the news. The town of Waynesville mourning a tragedy from this weekend. A youth soccer player collapsed on the field during a game and passed away. Ken Taylor was playing at Ruby-Doo Park when he collapsed. He was rushed to the hospital where he died. The city of Waynesville says a counselor is offering services for people who need them at school today. Meanwhile, the city of Crane is mourning the loss of Police Chief Bill Timpson. He had been chief of police since he moved here from Florida in 2021. No word about how he died yet or if he had been battling any sort of illness.
Boy, that's tough. Then there's this. It's likely tens of thousands of fish were killed in Missouri after a fertilizer spill in Iowa. It was actually the fifth largest fish kill ever in the state of Iowa. Nearly 750,000 fish, which is unbelievable. That poison flowed down the Mishnabotna River for 10 miles into the Missouri River, where it killed off the Missouri fish. They're still trying to figure out exactly what the estimate of Missouri fish is, but again, tens of thousands likely. The company responsible will have to pay fines for that.
All right. The drinking water at Kickapoo High School here in Springfield showed results for lead that were higher than the new standards allow. As a result, all water sources with lead contamination exceeding 5 parts per billion will be turned off until they can be fixed. An independent test showed 38 of the 191 sources showed lead concentration higher than what is allowed. Yikes.
Well, meanwhile, also in the Springfield Public School Districts, we now know where a new Pipkin Middle School will be built, less than a mile from the current location. So it's nice and close. The Springfield Public School District is buying nearly 9 acres of land from the Assemblies of God right there at North Campbell and West Division Streets. The new school will be paid for by that $220 million bond issue that voters passed in April of last year. So more progress being made there. And speaking of progress, today is a homecoming for former and now current MSU men's basketball coach Konzo Martin. He will be reintroduced as head coach of the Bears at 1 o'clock today. Martin led the Bears for 3 years, 2008 through 2011. During his tenure, the Bears won their only Missouri Valley Conference regular season championship. He then left and coached at Tennessee, the University of California, the University of Missouri, where he coached for 5 seasons before he was let go 2 years ago. He's not been coaching for the last 2 years, but now he's coming back to the Bears, which is neat.
I'm excited about that. I saw some billboards over the weekend welcoming him, so that was fun. That was neat.
Yeah. I think he's a good recruiter, and I'm excited about how he might be able to turn around the ball club, because they've had some down years here.
Yeah, well, and it seems like the Bears wanted to play for him. You can have a boss that you want to work hard for. You know what I mean? You should work hard either way, but sometimes you get one that lights a fire under you, and he seemed to be able to do that. So that's exciting.
Yep.
All right. A plan to reimagine Lake Springfield will move to the Springfield City Council. The Board of Public Utilities, which controls city utilities in Springfield, gave the $1 billion plan a thumbs up. $1 billion plan. Wow. It would use 1,000 acres around the lake in South Springfield for a trail system and create an entertainment district. The shallow lake will also be transformed by adding islands in the middle that would be connected through bridges, and the trail system would be able to bridge to the islands. So
it's a neat idea.
Really exciting. I mean, know that I love this sort of thing. So I personally like to see money spent on these sorts of attractions personally. But
Well, I
everybody
think
has
it's
their own preference, you know? I mean, not everybody wants it on that, but I think it's going to be fantastic.
I think it's a neat idea. It's a beautiful location down there. It's very picturesque and scenic. It's a good location for something like that. It's a pretty steep price tag, so I'm a little skeptical as to whether it will happen, but I'm hopeful that it does, 'cause I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. And I mean, you'll make money on it too. Like I'm thinking of the Findlay River District where in Ozark, you know, Johnny Morris did the mill. And then there's like the cute little trail that connects now to the OC and to that trail. And then the Chadwick Flyer Trail would connect Springfield to Ozark to the OC. And then, of course, you can go behind the OC to the Findlay River. I don't know. It could be a super cool, like big trail system. Think Bentonville, Arkansas. If anyone has been there, you know what I'm talking about. But it's incredible, the connectivity. So anyway,
They got
all right.
Walmart money.
They do have Walmart money. Yes, that's always helpful. Walmart money is always helpful. The city of Branson is a step closer to officially being named Missouri's live entertainment capital. And who else in Missouri would take the cake, right? A bill to rename it just that passed the state House of Representatives, now moves on to the Senate for approval before it becomes official. Branson's economy is very reliant on tourism, as you know. The Missouri House also voted to approve a bill that would reduce the corporate income tax and eventually get rid of it altogether. So we'll see. The current tax rate's 4%. The new rate would be 3% starting on January 1st. It would then drop by 1 percentage point each year until it is done away with by 2028. The bill moves to the state Senate, which did not pass a similar bill last year. So,
Yeah.
no guarantees.
Yeah, that's the thing is the Senate had the opportunity last year, chose not to. So I don't know whether this is going to pass. There are some pretty strong arguments on both sides of it. So
Yeah,
we shall
I'm
see.
not educated on the corporate income tax. I do know the state income tax I did not pay in Texas, and it was pretty great. That's all I know. I mean, I wasn't even old, and I was like 21, so I don't even know what I
Yeah.
didn't know about taxes. But
Same for me
you definitely
in Florida.
notice it in your paycheck for sure.
Yeah. We told you about the continuing construction on the Grant Avenue Parkway. It's been a long haul, and it continues. But even as that project on the roads continues there, a new apartment project is just beginning. The Dale, it's called The Dale, Dale, is now under construction. It's going to house 42 apartments on Grant Avenue when it's completed about a year from now. So the Grant Avenue Parkway, of course, is going to be a nice parkway with sidewalks, wide sidewalks that will connect downtown Springfield with Bass Pro Shops when it is eventually completed. And if anybody works or lives near there, you know it's been going on for a while.
Yes.
And Sarah told me about this, and then I read about it, and I'm freaked out a little bit because we are AT&T customers, and you could be one of 73 million current and former, mostly former, I think, customers who had their information stolen and then offered up on the dark web, whatever that is. The company, AT&T, is investigating what happened, but it's too late because it already happened. And of course, AT&T is struggling a little bit because just a few months ago, they had that massive outage. And then they took heat for offering customers $5 off their total bill for the month, no matter how many lines you had. So we'll see what happens this time.
Yeah. So yes, that could be you and me with our information all compromised. And I don't even know how we know if we were compromised. You know what I mean? So until we have some fraudulent charge or something, who knows? All right, the waiting is over. The new and improved Fire in the Hole is now open at Silver Dollar City. The indoor roller coaster is the most expensive coaster ever built at Silver Dollar City with a $30 million price tag. It replaces the original Fire in the Hole, which opened in 1972. And apparently the new one is a throwback to the old one. I haven't been on it yet, but my friends who have ridden it say it's a throwback and that it's pretty cool.
Well, we saw pictures of the big crowds down there on Saturday when it opened, and they had nice weather all weekend long.
Yes.
for people to go down there and ride it for the first time.
Right. I mean, the crowd, I guess it was the PR person, Dalton, whose picture I saw, but I mean, it was just like a mass of people. It wasn't even a line. It was just a mass of people. So that's exciting for them. And yes, the weather, of course, makes the opening of any roller coaster much better.
Much more
Please,
although this is
please.
indoor, but the
Yeah.
line is outdoor. So
Right.
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, 007 is the feature this week at the Gilloy's midweek matinee. James Bond Goldfinger is the movie. It's a good one. Starts 2:00 on Wednesday. Greene and Christian County seniors 60 years old and older, getting closer every day, get a free combo ticket with proof of ID upon arrival.
That's
So,
really cool. I
yeah.
love that the Galois does this because when I'm a senior, I'm going to go to this midweek matinee. Like,
I
what else are you doing? What else are you doing?
Well, I
You know
was
what I
thinking
mean?
about that. If
Make a plan.
when I turn 60, even if I'm still working, it's not that far away now. And if they're still doing this, I'm going to take the day off and go check out the midweek matinee and get myself a free combo ticket.
That's the thing is that the price is right, you know?
It is.
All right. Finally, this Saturday, April 6th, is an event to offer support to people who have autism and their families. The annual Autism Information Blast will happen at the Battlefield Mall, which is near the J.C. Penney East Court. It's put on by the Arc of the Ozarks and is free from 10 to 6. So make plans to be there on Saturday.
Okay. A lot of families dealing with those sorts of issues. So check out the Battlefield Mall. All right. Our week is underway.
I know. Our week is underway. Don't forget to go to aroundtheozarks.com and enter into our giveaway for the 4-pack of baseball tickets to a Springfield Cardinals baseball game at Hammonds Field. And then there's fireworks afterward. So check it out at aroundtheozarks.com. Just click on contest, and it is super simple to enter to win.
Oh, and let me just tell you, let me do a plug for the newsletter. Because the Florida fruit truck was in town on Saturday morning, and I went over there. It was near the Battlefield Mall. I think they got kicked out of the parking lot of the mall. They had to move right next door. But anyway, I posted the line on my Facebook page. If you want to check that out, it was very, very long line, but they had enough strawberries, so I still got strawberries. And I posted about it. And there was a lady that said, I didn't know anything about this. What did anybody talk about it? And I said, well, I learned about it because I subscribed to the Around the Ozarks newsletter. And it was on that newsletter telling me when and where the fruit truck would be there. So I told her to go to aroundtheozarks.com and sign up for the newsletter, and you'll find out about all sorts of things like that.
Yes, and also our calendar, which is sponsored by Springfield Special Products, is amazing. It's a compilation of all community events, and there are many on there. So make sure you check it out. Speaking of events that are upcoming, now that we are in April, the Stronger Men's Conference happening at Great Southern Bank Arena is coming up. Not this weekend, but the following. Is that right? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's like the month has moved so fast. Anyway, Harrison Butker, the kicker from the Kansas City Chiefs, is going to be there. So that's exciting.
Yeah, that's cool. They always do. They do an interview. So they'll be talking to Harrison Butker about what the Super Bowl was like. I mean, he kicked a record-setting field goal. I mean, all the pressure in the world was on this guy because without him, they don't win the Super Bowl this time around.
Yes.
And man, I was just because I'd like for Griffin to be a kicker eventually.
Really?
I wish that I had been a kicker. And nobody ever told me about it.
He's not living vicariously through his children or anything like that. I don't know why anybody would get that kind of idea.
Nobody ever told me about it. But anyway, so I was thinking about all the pressure that Butker was under during that. And man, he came through perfectly. So he's going to be there talking about the Super Bowl and then his life of faith. And there's also going to be on Friday night, the entertainment will be an actual title fight, like real boxing. It is a title fight that is certified by the Boxing Association, whatever that is. So it's going to be the real deal. These guys are going to be fighting for real, legitimate fighters. And Griffin's going to go with me, and he's super excited about seeing the fights and hearing from Butker.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, it's April 12th and 13th at Great Southern Bank Arena. I still want to call it JQH Arena, but it's not that. Great Southern Bank Arena, April 12th and 13th. You can get tickets for that at strongermen.org. Strongermen.org.
And I think this is the
should
last
be great.
week. I think this is the last week for the lower price. The price goes up, I think, next weekend. So if you are interested,
Yeah.
now's the time.
I'm excited to hear from Harrison Butker because I did not know that he was a person of faith. I mean, as you know, I'm a bandwagoner Chiefs fan. I've told you this, but I've become one. So
Me
I
too.
didn't know
Yeah.
all of the Chiefs players that did not make the news all the time, like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and the ones. So I'm excited to like get to meet him or not meet him, but hear from him. So, and by I mean you who
Through
can
me,
then
yeah.
relay it. As it
Right.
turns out, I am a female. So okay, that's it. That's all we got.
That's
right?
it. That's it for
Anything
Monday.
else?
We're off to a good start on a Monday. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you back here on Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.